All right, thank you for joining us for the 6 p.m. Council working session. During the work session, it's a less formal proceeding than our meeting, which will follow at 6:30. But the working session is designed to give myself and the council members a more extensive review and a discussion and answer period with the various staff directors on items that are on the agenda before the council meeting, which again we'll have at 6:30. So we do have a quorum, so I'll say the working session is now in session. We will go down to item number 6, which is our financial statement to be presented by our finance director and our assistant city administrator, Mr. Bradley Smith.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, thank you. In front of you tonight, Mayor Pro Tem and Council, you will note that we have the financial highlights as of February 28th, 2026. We are 8 months through our fiscal year. You'll see that the ideal remaining percentage is around 33%. You'll also see that the general fund is at 23%. We have paid our last bill related to the depot, which is what's caused us to go that low. So the depot is officially ours, and it's now under the one-year warranty. So we will continue to monitor to make sure nothing happens during that 1 year. And we've already had a few little hiccups, but nothing significant. We've got them all fixed. So good working relationship with Clifton, so we're excited there. But that's what's causing that number to be low. We knew it was going to be. Also recall, we've made 2 purchases of land this year that were not originally budgeted. That will be part of our budget amendments in the first reading in June, second reading in July. So again, this is nothing of concern if you were to see each of the funds outside of general administration, because that's where the cost of the depot and the cost of the land is absorbed. Each of the departments is doing very well with their respective budgets. Moving down to water and sewer, it's that time of year. As we hit the cold months, people turn their sprinklers off, which means less water is being used. Again, I have a little bit of heartache every year of it, but it's something that I've learned to expect. During the winter months, people use less water. Spring is turning around, and people have got their sprinklers back on. So we expect to see water revenues change as we continue to move forward through the rest of the fiscal year. Stormwater is doing very well, a little bit right at budget, and collections are a little bit low right now. But again, we do the semi-annual bills. Come June, we will be right back where we need to be. You'll note that our SPLOST funds are SPLOST 2023 to 2028. We have the expansion at Liberty Park fully funded, and we will be kicking off the planning phase of the new fire station, as well as the planning phase for the water and sewer department's new office building. Both of those will be kicking off here within the next month or so. I'm confirming a date with our architect right now. We will be using JLA again as our architect, and we will be moving forward with those 2 projects. But barring anything else, are there any questions from Mayor Pro Tem or Council tonight?
No questions.
What was that, Ms. Singer?
No questions.
No questions. All right, thank you very much.
Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir.
Refresh my memory, if you will. You know my famous question that I always ask is about our FEMA funds. What did you say last month about where we stood on the collections?
We have collected all but except for about $533,000. I was anticipating an update as of Tuesday of last week. I did get that update, and that update was that we're still trying to finalize, apparently. I don't know what that means from our end because we've submitted all required documents. Quite honestly, as entertaining as it can be, typically I get my updates the day after a council meeting. Like the last 6 months, I've gotten an update on GFA funding the next day of a council meeting. However, this month, I was hoping to have that check in hand so that I could announce that we have collected all of our Hurricane Helene funding. However, that is just not the case. I will say we are also anticipating to receive the siren check. I spoke with Valerie Lancaster Friday of last week. So the FEMA funding related to the sirens project that we had, recall the city paid 154, somewhere right around there, and we are going to be getting 143 of that back. The city's portion was about 8%, 10%. So we should be getting $143,000 back from FEMA here in the next couple of weeks as well. And then we are about 90%. I spoke to David this morning about our generator project out at Liberty Park Community Center. We're about 90% complete with that. Again, this is a fully reimbursable grant, which means that we have to pay for everything up front, and then we get reimbursed. I believe the split on that was 95% FEMA, 5% the city. So we're going to get a large portion of that back as well. Now that one has been in the works for David, remind me, 6 years, 5 years, 8? It was Hurricane Michael, right? So Hurricane Michael, if you can remember how many years ago that was. So we are looking to get some of those funds back, but that likely won't be for another 3 or 4 months.
But as it relates to Helene, the ball is fully in their court.
All
We've done-
required submissions
We've
have
done
been
all that
made.
we can do.
Yes, sir. All required submissions. The last one that I know that they were looking at, and this is one that FEMA always takes a long time with, is the administration cost. They really review those. However, the administration cost that we submitted didn't even total $14,000. We didn't really submit a lot of administration costs because all of our costs were related to people on the ground doing work. So we didn't really submit a lot for administration costs. So if they hold that up for 10 years, I don't really, that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. I'll continue to pursue it. I want my money back, but it's just not the high priority for me.
Understood.
So, but yes, all of those 3 are in the works. And again, 2 of the 3, I'm assuming that, I'm hoping come March when I come back, or April when I come back in front of you, that I can say, we've got it.
Well, it's good to hear that we did have only a small piece of the dollars that were expended go to administration. I mean, I think that's probably one of the reasons why they really want to go through that and everywhere else, is that I'm sure they are afraid a lot of people have, sort of spent a lot of money on administration and not on the actual action of the cleanup and the repairs and everything. So
And
I think that says some good things about the city of Grovetown, that what we asked for back was what was really necessary to bring the city back.
And we have the same view, and we appreciate that, Mr. Bowman. We do.
No, I appreciate administration being frugal, if you will, and putting the money in, where it was needed to make our city whole.
Absolutely. All right. Any other questions I can answer? All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For those of you that are in the audience, or if you're following us at home on Facebook, we're going to skip down to, we're going to skip over the Service Awards, Employee of the Month, Vietnam Veterans Recognition, Business Spotlight, and committee assignments. We're going to hold off on those until the regular meeting. I do want to say, though, if anybody has any citizens' comments, there's a form on the back table that you could fill out if you so desire to speak or have something to say or a question, to fill it out and then give it to Brian. Brian, raise your hand. He's that good-looking guy over there on the table raising his hand. And then we will address those during the council meeting. And I know Jordan is going to cringe when I say this, but if you leave comments on Facebook, they will be looked at and forwarded to the appropriate director or directors or staff element that will address the issue or challenge or concern. It will not be during the council meeting. It will be sometime tomorrow or later on this week when they will be addressed. So having said that, we'll go down to item 13, old business. We don't have any. We'll go to new business. Item 14A, recommend adoption of Resolution 2026-03-01, resolution to declare items as surplus property. And once again, our Finance Director and Assistant City Administrator, Mr. Bradley Smith.
Yes, sir. And before y'all sign these tonight, we will fix these resolutions. The outgoing mayor kind of threw us for a loop, so the signature line on here is labeled improperly. We will have that fixed before you sign tonight. It's fixed, just not on my copy. Fair enough. The one you're signing is the important one. So anyway, so tonight we are asking for the disposal of surplus property. We have 2 vehicles in front of you, vehicles being a loose term tonight. One of them is a Polaris Ranger. You'll note that it has a very large amount of hours on there. It has been used down in the Water and Sewer Department. 2,102 hours, quite frankly, it has just reached end of life. So we're asking to surplus it. David and his team do a good job. We scavenge all parts that we can that are still useful. But with the busted engine block, it's just more costly to repair than it would do us of any value. So we're asking you to surplus that. And the next one, I do want to brag on our streets department for a little while. You will note that this is a 2017 John Deere tractor. That means we had 9 years of commercial use on a lawnmower. That is not something that needs to be undersold. That is something that is very commendable, and I really do appreciate David and his team taking such good care of the equipment that we provide them. But for it to reach over 1,000 hours and for it, the fact to be 9 years old, that is something that should be commended. They do take care of their equipment. However, this one has reached end of life, and we do need to surplus it. They don't last forever, sadly, but David and his team have done a great job taking care of that lawnmower. So we're asking you to surplus these two tonight. Again, just like we do with all, we will take any parts that we believe could be used on others. However, this one will be surplus, and what's left will be used. We sold as scrap metal because that's where we get the most value out of them. So, but barring any questions, that's all I have tonight.
All right, item 14B, recommend approval for an alcohol beverage license for beer and wine for Blossom Investments LLC at 5100 Wrightsboro Road. And our city clerk, Mr. Brian Henderson. Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening. How you doing?
Good, how about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Yes, they applied with us probably about a month ago or more for alcohol license. They've passed all the requirements except for one. They just got to get us a building permit, not building permit, excuse me, building plans, which he's working on to get to me. But other than that, he got a sublease with us, turned in and everything else. So. Beer and wine, I'm sorry. Any questions?
And just, and maybe this is for the city attorney, I noticed that this organization has a resident agent. Is that something from a legal standpoint that's required for them to have a resident agent, or? Or by our law?
Yeah, just to make sure if we have any issues at the location, that we have somebody local we can get in touch with.
Yes, and they have to preside in Columbia County, and they do have that.
Yeah, they are. I saw from the addresses, they are in Columbia County. Also, tell me, what do we do in terms of investigations? And I ask that because I noticed that in the documentation, the owner admitted that he had financial interest in other businesses that sold alcohol. Does his organization, or does he have a good background record for having been in businesses that?
So they had to do background checks, and we did do background checks, and nothing came back on that. We just can't print it up and show it to anybody.
No. I wasn't expecting that it would be in the packet, but I'm just trying to understand what we do and what we've done in order to confirm who we're dealing with.
Just mainly the application background checks to see if they have anything. I'm not sure if there's anything else we need to do or required to do.
They also have to indicate on the application whether they've ever held the alcohol license before, and have they had any discipline, or has it ever been revoked?
That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Because he had admitted that he had financial interest in other businesses that, and that's why I was curious about what the exercise we go through. But again, I wasn't expecting that would be in this report, in the packet.
Yes, sir. Any other questions?
No, sir.
No, we're good, thank
Okay.
you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, anybody have any last minute comments, or anything you want to say? All right, well, then that concludes the work session. We will reconvene at 6:30. It's about 15 minutes for the council meeting. So, meeting will be adjourned. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for attending the March 9th, 2026 council meeting. If you want to follow along, we'll have our agenda will be on the screens, or it's on the Facebook page. I know our PIO has uploaded a copy of our agenda, but looks to be an exciting meeting this evening. So with that, I'll call the meeting to order because I'll announce that we do have a quorum. And before we get started, I'm sure that it's not going to come as a surprise or a shock to anybody, but if you're tuned into social media or you turned into the news at all this weekend, you notice that Gary Jones, our mayor, resigned on Friday morning. He is running for the Columbia County chairman position. And so Gary is with us this evening, and I invite him up. He wants to say a few words to everybody. So, sir, if you come on up.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, council members. Seems funny standing on this side. I just want to say thank all of y'all, all of these people in the audience, whether you be an employee, a director, administrator, assistant administrator, for all the work that you've done and supporting me. I'm not going to take the time to talk anything about a campaign because if you've got a TV or radio or Facebook, you already know I'm running. It's been out there and everybody sees it. So I just want to really be here to thank all of y'all for what you do. And I know that the city is going to move forward because you have some competent people up here to do so. So thank you very much, and I wish the best to the city of Grovetown.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I know Gary has done some wonderful things. He and I both came on the city council at the same time, and I always joke with folks, I said we both got sworn in 2016, and we've been getting sworn at ever since, so I guess we're a glutton for punishment. But Gary, thank you for everything you did for the city. You truly did move us forward, and we are much better than when you first got here, and that's what we're supposed to do: make things better prior to us leaving. So, thank you once again. We also have another guest in the house. We have Miss Tori Branham, who is a candidate for Georgia District 12 U.S. House of Representatives, and she is asked to come up and introduce herself. And so, at this time, I invite Ms. Branham, if you'd like to come up and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Can I stand on this side, or do I need to?
Sure, no, you're fine.
So I want to see y'all. My name is Tori Branham. I'm running for District 12 Congress on the Republican ballot May 19th against Rick Allen. I'll keep it short and sweet. We have two huge VA hospitals and the Army's largest cyber warfare command here in the district, and I feel like they're very underserved. There's a lot going on that I won't talk about right now. But I'm big on term limits. I'm endorsed by U.S. House for term limits. And I believe it keeps the integrity of the system when normal citizens go serve and then they come back and live under the laws they created, just like George Washington said. But there are a lot of things, from data centers to solar panels on farmland to trying to put a data center next to an Army base, which is a security problem, to the Army Eisenhower Medical Center. They've been trying to take surgical and ambulatory services away for about 2.5 years, and nothing got done until now because it's an election year. VA fraud, waste, and abuse at both VA hospitals. There's just a lot of underrepresentation in the district, and I want to go to Washington and be that voice for District 12. So I've served my community. I've trained over 13,000 women across the country with firearms. I served 8 years in the Marine Corps. My job was to battle site zero weapons for Marines before they went downrange in Iraq. At the time, they didn't have scope. So I was the last one that touched their weapon before they went downrange. And I've offered basic safety training to women all over the country. I've been talking a lot about keeping foreign or religious law out of our government. I just testified before the Georgia State Senate Judicial Committee last Monday, in favor of House Bill 486. And people say, oh, we've got the Constitution, Sharia can't be a thing. But if you look at Dearborn, Michigan, it's an all-Muslim city council. Sharia, the call to prayer is part of that. They now replace church bells in that city. There's a lot going on in this state, so I testified to move that bill through. It did make it out of committee. I had 4 terrorists sitting behind me when I testified. But I know, having served during the war on terror, there is a threat. And we don't want that here. We don't want what's going on in North Georgia here. And that's a big battle that we're fighting right now. It's also a very controversial topic. But I did testify in the Georgia State Senate to move that. And I will be joining the Sharia-Free Caucus when I'm elected to keep an eye on the spread of Islam in this country. I've had an iron in the fire losing friends, so I understand how that works. Nonetheless, I want to serve y'all just like I raised my right hand to serve over 25 years ago. I want to serve the district the same way. So I'd love to have you look me up and consider voting for me. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate that. And I want to extend this invitation out there to any of the other candidates that serve Grovetown. Whether you're the Columbia County Chair, you're District 4, you are another candidate for the Georgia District 12, whatever race, I invite you to come here and come up to the podium and introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about yourself, because that's what it's all about, putting a name to the face and just hearing a little bit about what a candidate, what they believe in. And that way, then the people can speak. So thank you once again. Thank you to both of you. At this time, I'm going to ask that you please rise for the invocation to be given by Councilman Bowman and followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Father God, we want to, first of all, before we ask for things, we want to thank you. We want to thank you for the simple thing of just this beautiful day that we've had today. We want to thank you for all of the blessings that you have bestowed upon the city of Grovetown and for us, the citizens. We thank you for this opportunity this evening to come together, to make decisions, to have policy, to recognize individuals, to further the idea that we are not just an empty city, but we are a community that reaches out and touches those and calls people friend and neighbor. We thank you and we ask you that you give us the wisdom tonight to be able to look at the things that need to be reviewed, and that we always keep in mind that we, especially those of us sitting here on the dais, recognize that, as you would ask us to do, that we are servants first and foremost, and that should be the focus, that we serve the neighbors and friends and citizens of this community. We ask this, and we ask for your favor, and we thank you in advance for all the blessings that we know that you have stored up for us in the days to come. We ask all this in the name of your Savior, our Savior, your Son, Jesus. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you there, Richard. That was very, very heartfelt. Appreciate that. All right, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I will make a motion to approve the agenda.
Mr. Blair? I second that motion.
All right. We have a first and a second. Is there any discussion? All right, at this time, please cast your votes. All right, motion passes. Wow. I'll entertain a motion to approve the February 9th, 2026 regular meeting minutes.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I will make a motion to approve the February 9th, 2026 regular meeting minutes.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I second that motion.
All right, we have a first and a second. Is there any discussion? All right, at this time, please cast your votes.
Green.
Yeah, we're green across the board. Good, thank you. All right, item number 5, committee reports. Normally, I start off with public safety, but this evening I've asked that our chief for the police, Mr. Jamie Kitchens, Chief Jamie Kitchens, and our fire chief, Wayne Kent, that are going to give, I'd ask those to give their respective departments reports, because I'm sure you guys will get tired of hearing me talk this evening. But one thing that I do want to say about public safety, and this ties in, part of my other duties is I serve on the Columbia County Board of Health. And here recently, within the last couple months, the Columbia County Board of Health has a mobile unit which is designed to get out in some of the rural areas of the community in our 13 county locations to provide health services to those that may not be able to get to a doctor or get to the hospital. One day a month, the mobile unit will be in Columbia County. And this month, on the 18th of March, the mobile health clinic is going to be at the YMCA located at 218 Partnership Drive in Grovetown. It's up here by the Super Walmart. And they're going to be there from 9:30 until 3. And so if you need an immunization or you need some sort of health screening, maybe you want your blood pressure checked, maybe you need your glucose checked, maybe you're a woman that needs some special women's health services, or if anyone's looking for like some sexual treatment or sexual health testing, or if you want to go and get a referral and just ask about, hey, can you help me with maybe some general medical information like diabetes, or how do I deal with my hypertension or anything like that, please stop on in. Again, it's going to be 18 March, which is next Wednesday, from 9:30 to 3 up there at the YMCA. And I just want to say, our nurse down there, her name's Leanne. I call her Nikki because that's her. That's what she goes by, Nikki Crawford. I just want to say, opportunities like this bring accessible health care closer to home for many families in our community. So she asked me to say, if you or someone you know could benefit from these services, please encourage them to stop by. And I think that's a mention worth mentioning this evening, because taking care of our health is probably one of the best investments that we can make in ourselves and in our community. So I'll post this on Facebook, so it serves as a reminder. But again, 18 March, 9:30 to 3 up at the YMCA. So if you're looking for to get checked out, please swing on by. All right, utility and billing utility services. Ms. Councilwoman Veronica Simpkins, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. And thank you all for joining us, and thank you for joining us First Book Live. Utility service information as follows. The Water Department completed 87 trash can service orders. They performed 304 other service orders and performed 30 water meter histories. They repaired 12 water leaks. 17 new water meters were installed, and 34 water meters were replaced. They tested 5 homes for water pressure and flow issues, but none were found. In the process of relocating equipment and tools for Liberty Park expansion, so they are relocating some things over there for the expansion. 2 new 1,500 square foot equipment storage buildings are nearing completion, and that was for the Water Department. Stormwater Department cleaned out 3 ditches along 4th Avenue. They cleaned out 2 stormwater boxes and replaced 1 section piping. They ran the camera through the sewer main along the section on Lori Lane. And they also assisted water and wastewater departments. Wastewater, they cleaned 2 sewer lines, cleaned 1 lift station, and also assisted the water department as well. And for wastewater treatment plant, they discharged 27.19 million gallons of treated water to Butler Creek. They used 32.4% of the plant's capacity. They also tested about 70% capacity for 2 days with no issues. And also sent 14 dumpsters of sludge to the landfill. The equipment availability was at 93.8% overall during the month, and restarted Basin 3. And they also conducted software and hardware reviews on our control systems. And as you can see, the utility department, they have been very busy, and we thank them for all of their hard work. And that concludes my report.
Anybody have any questions or comments? All right, thank you, ma'am, appreciate it. All right, item 5C, Planning and Development. Council Member Richard Bowman. Sir, you're on.
Thank you, sir. Planning and development. As it relates to the development side of the house, there were 171 building inspections that were performed. There were 7 certificates of occupancy that were released, which is always encouraging when we get development to the point that you can issue in essence, a completion when you can issue a certificate of occupancy. There were 5 new business licenses that were handled, and there were 32 building permits that were issued. As it relates to code enforcement, the department should be proud of the fact that they did not have to address any overgrown vegetation cases, which in the past months had been increasing. Unfortunately, we still have a problem with signs being placed in the right-of-way. There were 42 that had to be removed this past month, and I just want to take this opportunity to again remind people, you certainly have a right to put a sign on your property, whether it's a political sign, it's a construction sign, a rehab sign that someone's doing work on your property. But please, please check and be aware that it is not placed in the right-of-way. By law, if it's in the right-of-way, it will be removed. So please know that as you're placing your signs. 8 trash can violations. 1 inoperative vehicle was addressed. The same thing with improperly displayed banners. There were 2 of them that had to be removed. Only 3 bulk waste violations this month, which is down from previous months. Also down is only 2 cases of property maintenance. There were 0 civil matters that were handled this month, which is very encouraging when we see that there were over 30 citizen contacts, and oftentimes those contacts are related to civil matters or civil complaints. 14 parking violations had to be addressed, and again, on the upside, although signs had to be removed from the right-of-way, there were no obstructions of the right-of-way, so we've improved in that area. And then finally, there were no animal nuisance problems that had to be dealt with. With that, sir, I have completed the report for planning and development.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? All right, item 5D, General Services. Councilwoman Jacqueline Rivera-Playa.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and viewers from Facebook. General Service, February month, streets and sanitation. Our litter and grass crews collected a total of 88 bags of litter from city streets and sidewalks. Streets and sanitation collect a total of 102 0.38 tons of bulk and yard waste during the month of February. The Streets Department complete 15 service orders in February. The Streets Department reported 12 inoperable city streetlights to Georgia Power for repair. Street and Sanitation's issue 10 bulk trash yard waste violation tags for the month of February, turning 3 over to code enforcement for noncompliance. The Streets and Sanitation Department assists 29 citizens with calls for the month of February. Use Elgin Street Sweeper to clean city streets, collecting 9.71 tons of waste debris. Important information. Weekly grass cutting on rights of way will start back up in March. Leaf must be back for bulk pickup starting March 1st. Leisure and Recreation Department. Total hours field and facilities used, 292. New contracts, 45. Contracts returned with payment, 52. New gym memberships, 4. Landscape team. The landscape team has worked diligently to keep the city of Grovetown beautiful and bright. Grounds crew. The grounds crew continues to keep the parks and recreation facilities cut, well-kept, and clean. Set up, hosted, and cleaned up following our senior Valentine dance. This is quickly becoming a favorite event. Facility maintenance. Complete a total of 64 work orders for various facilities throughout the city for the month of February. Fleet maintenance. Complete 74 vehicle repair orders for the month of February. Also, I would like to announce the next activities that will be held in the city, and we want to invite all the citizens to join us. 2026 upcoming events. Friday, March 13, 2026, we're going to have the Downtown Jam food truck event, a spring kickoff at the Municipal Court, 113 East Robinson Avenue from 6 to 9. On Wednesday, April the 1st, and Thursday, April the 2nd, the Leisure and Recreation Department will visit Grovetown and Cedar Ridge Elementary Schools, along with the Easter Bunny and Mr. Carrot, delivering Eastern treats and pre-filled candy eggs. And the last one is going to be on Saturday, April 25th, 2026, and that's going to be the Mayor's Cleanup Day. Meet at City Hall, 103 Old Riceboro Road. Lunch provided by the City of Grovetown at 12:15. It's going to be from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And that's conclude my report.
All right, thank you. Anybody have any questions or comments? All right, thank you, ma'am, appreciate it. Item 5E, administration. Again, I'm going to defer to the city administrator to report on that during the director's reports, just as one of the final agenda items on the agenda this evening. So that said, item number 6, financial statement. At this time, I entertain a motion to accept the financial statement as presented by our finance director and assistant city administrator, Mr. Bradley Smith.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I make a motion to approve the financial statement.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I second that motion.
All right, we have a first and a second. Is there any comments or discussion on it? All right, at this time, please cast your vote. All right, thank you. Item number 7, service award. Our city administrator, Ms. Elaine Matthews.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, may I defer to Jamie Kitchens, our chief of police, to give his
Yes,
report?
ma'am.
And then I'll make the presentation. Thank you.
Oh, he is here, okay.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
We were tasked with identifying someone in the department that would meet the requirements to be recognized as Employee of the Month. And so we put our heads together, and here I am. No, I'm teasing with you. I'm teasing with you. If I could get Sergeant Christian Esquerdo to come up, and some of your staff and co-workers. Sergeant Esquerdo came to us with a background from Richmond County, so I was a little partial to him. As everybody knows, that was my alma mater, if you will, many, many moons ago. And I have been extremely pleased. The person that you see standing right here, and I really turned to look at you and hope that you were smiling like you always are. I was going to say, what you see right here is what you see all the time. I do not know of any time that I've seen him that I've thought to myself, ooh, I wonder what he's got going on. It's always the same thing. He's got a smile. He always has a pleasant word for you. I've had the privilege of backing him up or going to various calls that he's been on, and he is what we want out here. And we are blessed to have him, and his actions speak well for him. They speak well for the city, but they speak well for law enforcement as well. And I just want to tell you thank you.
Thank you.
And it's well deserved. And the microphone is yours. We'll just get some questions. Speech.
I just want to say thank you to my command staff, my officers, and the city of Grovetown.
Cool. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little short. Christian, we thank you for your outstanding service to the citizens and would like to give you this award that you can display in your office there at the police station, and we appreciate your service. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much.
Cool. Come on there. Officer Gomez, come on. Get in there, everybody. Come on. Good-looking guys in the back. Cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jamie, you want to give the public safety report that Eric mentioned? Did you have that?
You want me to do it now?
Yeah,
Okay.
because
All right, cool.
we skipped you just a second ago. We didn't mean to.
Well, I've got the mic all warmed up here. I'll be brief. I know there's some other folks that want to get up here. One of the things that I always come up here and tout is how our folks are proactive, and we really stress for them to come out here and be proactive. And that, when I say proactive, that means to be seen. That means to come out, be seen, let folks know that we're in their neighborhoods, we're riding through the shopping centers, we're doing the concentrated patrols, we're checking on their houses, and yes, we are doing traffic enforcement. And as I go through these stats that we have here, you will understand how, as I like to say, doing the work on the front end keeps us from having to do the work on the back end. Okay, so for the month of February, just starting out with some numbers, we handled 3,374 various calls. If you go back and look at fiscal year 25, at the same time, we're up 1,300 from last year for the month of February. During that time, there was 290 traffic stops conducted, of which 183 warnings were issued. There was 124 citations, and those citations ranged anywhere from suspended licenses to DUIs to no insurance, suspended registration. So blue lights deter crime. I wish I could copyright that, but I'm sure I heard it somewhere, but I still use it. Blue lights deter crime, and that's what we're doing. 2,780 concentrated patrols for a total of 300 hours of concentrated patrols in the month of February that our folks were doing. That is getting out of the car, that is walking around places of business, that's walking through our apartment complexes, that is getting out and walking through our commercial establishments. We performed 2,780 of those. So what do we get in return? We had one burglary in progress call. No burglaries, just a burglary in progress call. We had 9 thefts for the entire month. We had 4 entering autos. We worked 14 traffic accidents, and we had 4 damaged property calls. So you can see where if you put the work in on the front end, you're not putting the work in on the back end. And I'm proud of our folks because they have really embraced that. And it shows in every shift summary that we get. And obviously it shows at the end of the month when we're compiling our stats, but also since we've gone to Columbia County that's doing our dispatching for us, Columbia County is sending the stats as well. So if anybody thinks there's any fudging of the numbers taking place, these stats are coming straight from what Columbia County is sending to us versus or based off of what's going through the dispatch system. So that's every call that's being dispatched, every proactive evolution that's taking place. Sergeant Rodman from CID attended a 40-hour Child First Georgia class. As you know, we were big on the ICAC cases, and this is building upon his Internet Crimes Against Children portfolio. At the new depot, Ms. Elaine, you'd be happy to know, we hosted the Governor's Office of Highway Safety monthly meeting. Next week, we'll be hosting the district chiefs meeting there too. So got plenty of compliments. We're getting our money's worth out of the depot, at least on the police department's part now. Myself and Captain Powell just got back. We went to the NHTSA, the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration's Region 4 conference. We attended with representatives from Alabama, Florida, South Carolina, Georgia, and Tennessee. We were there for 2 days and got a lot of good information to be able to bring back. There was 6 or 7 of us that went to Columbia County for a week, and if y'all will recall, we purchased our drone. We went out there for a week. I'm proud to say we did not crash our drone. I wish I could say that there was other agencies out there that did not run one straight into the side of the building. I won't say any names, but it was not Grovetown. The next step is all of us have to get our FAA license, and we're all working on that, which is pretty involved. Investigator Ashmore went to Forsyth and attended evidence and property room management. It's a 32-hour class at Forsyth. He's going to begin assisting Major Eastman and giving him a little bit of breathing room on our property and evidence room management, because that is a full-time job in and of itself. Short of that, we took delivery of our mobile security tower. Y'all will begin seeing that. If you're wondering what that is, if you've been to a Lowe's and you see the big tower out in the parking lot that's got the cameras that aim all over the place, we have purchased one of those for the city. I anticipate the first place we're going to put it up is probably out at Liberty Park. It has 4 pan, tilt, zoom cameras on it. They give us live feeds. We can go right straight to our cell phones and watch at any given time. It will give us a notification if something trips it. We can actually record a statement or have a pre-recorded statement on there if somebody's coming across there, and we can say, hey, we see you, or turn around and go the other way, whichever case. So you will see that out and about. They're coming to finalize the setup on it and put us through the paces. So look forward to getting that out. We can certainly use it at various other city functions and events as well too, and that will just be a force multiplier for us to be able to keep eyes on a larger crowd. With that said, that's all I have. Anything, Ms. Lane? Yep. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it. All right, item number 8, Employee of the Month. City Administrator Elaine Matthews, ma'am.
Jamie just did the Employee of the Month. Mine will be the Service Award.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
That's okay.
Good. Misspoke.
All right. If Roxanne Brown could come forward, and her department head, Bradley. Well, hello, Roxanne. Haven't seen you all day. We work in the same office, but we rarely ever see each other because everybody's so busy. This is a certificate of appreciation awarded to Roxanne Brown. You are hereby recognized by the Mayor Pro Tem and council members of the City of Grovetown for your faithful service to the citizens of our city for the past 10 years. I do not know where that time went. This certificate and pen are tokens of our appreciation for your dedication to making our city the best it can be. We can never thank you enough for your loyalty and hope to have you as a valued team member for many more years to come. Signed, sealed, and delivered this 9th day of March, 2026, and signed by Eric Blair, Mayor Pro Tem. And there's your 10-year pin. Congratulations.
It has been a fun 10 years, and it has gone by really fast. I worked with a great group of folks, and I wouldn't change it. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you. All right, item number 9, probably one of the most favorite part of the agenda. We're going to do our Vietnam Veterans Recognition. Councilmember Richard Bowman.
Thank you, sir. If Master Sergeant Leon, I don't know if you prefer that or not. Master Sergeant Leon McLam, before even telling you some things that are important to know about him, just wanted to do one of the important things that we like to do here. And on behalf of the Mayor Pro Tem and this council, welcome home, soldier.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your service. Is that okay with you? I know.
I'm scared to say no.
Good. You're a smart man. No wonder you've been married for a long time. Master Sergeant McLam was born on May 17th, 1948. He grew up in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina. After graduating high school in May of 1966, he worked a route for Coca-Cola and also worked as a farmer. In December of 1966, however, his life was changed forever as he was drafted into the United States Army. After receiving training, he was sent to Vietnam in January of 1968, where he spent over 11 months operating under the Army's Navy. I think they call that river rats, right? He was on the water, but he was part of the Army, not the Navy. As such, Master Sergeant McLam ran supplies and patrols along the rivers in Vietnam. Upon the end of his service in December 1968, Master Sergeant McLam returned home to attend college and to continue life as a farmer. Upon graduating college, he was called back to duty and served again from February of 1973 until May of 1992. Following his retirement with the military, he owned and operated Immaculate Dry Cleaners until the year 2000 and began restoring and flipping houses until 2013. In that year, he also began volunteering with the Patriot Guard Riders, an organization founded in 2005 to shield families of fallen heroes for those so that others would not disrupt the services for their loved ones. Did you bring your Harley tonight?
I did.
Okay.
Or my gold wing either.
Uh-oh. He has both. Okay. In 2022, he became the Georgia State Captain of the Patriot Guard Riders. As a result of Master Sergeant McLamb's service, he has received the following awards and commendations. The Meritorious Service Medal, 6 Good Conduct Medals, 2 National Defense Service Medals, the Vietnam Service Medal with 4 service stars, the Non-Commissioned Officer's Professional Development Ribbon with the numeral 3, Army Service Ribbon, Overseas Service Ribbon with numeral 2, Republic of Vietnam Campaign Medal, Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross with palm, Expert Marksmanship Badge, and the Overseas Service Bar. He was married in February of 1969, and together he and his wife have 2 sons. Master Sergeant McLamb is a lifetime member of the American Legion and can often be found riding with respect as part of the Patriot Guard Riders. Again, Master Sergeant, the City of Grovetown would like to thank you for your stellar service to the nation. Your fellow Americans are eternally grateful for your sacrifice and your bravery throughout the years, and are thankful now to know that real-life heroes live right here in the City of Grovetown. Thank you, sir. That's for you. And if you would like to address me.
Not much to say, really. I appreciate this. I want to thank the City of Grovetown for recognizing veterans as well as recognizing their employees and others. There are not enough people that are recognizing people for what they've done. Thank you.
You're welcome. It was a delay in saying welcome home, but we hope you still appreciate it, sir.
I sure do. Thank you.
If you would step with your wife. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Richard. Appreciate that. Item 10, Business Spotlight, our City Administrator, Elaine Matthews.
I would ask Mark Parker if he will come up and join me for a moment here. I want to introduce Mr. Parker to all of you. Some of you may know him already. He owns and operates, along with his wife, the Bel Air Donuts, just up here on Robinson Avenue. So we're going to honor him tonight as Business Spotlight for Grovetown. He is just a few feet right outside the city limits, but he doesn't care about that. He claims Grovetown as his home, and so we are so glad to award him tonight. Bel Air Donuts, located at 720 East Robinson Avenue in Grovetown, has been serving the CSRA since August of 2015. Their donuts have become a favorite among many in the area, and the citizens and city employees alike can often be found visiting the Grovetown location looking to get their favorite sweet treats. A veteran-owned business, their donuts are made fresh each night at their original location on Jimmy Dias Parkway in Augusta, and they are open 7 days a week for the convenience of their customers. Owned and operated by Mark and Michelle Parker, Bel Air Donuts offers several amazing delectables on their menu, from donuts, of course, to other sweet treats like smoothies, fritters, and lattes. They also offer sandwiches and bagels for those looking for something a little heavier. In fact, their coffee is also roasted and ground fresh daily. Their fresh ingredients, welcoming environment, and stellar customer service proves why they are a favorite in the community. And we would like to thank them for their contributions to our business community. The City of Grovetown is grateful to Mark and Michelle for allowing us to honor their shop, and we look forward to eating many, many more of their delicious treats in the years to come. Congratulations, Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a business partner.
All right. Item number 11, the reestablishment of an ad hoc committee to study utility service rates. Council may remember that during our budget offsite, we talked about the upcoming budget, and we talked about the water rates and the sewer rates and our wastewater treatment plant, and we had made a commitment to the community that at some point we were going to knock that back down. As we started paying off the loan, we were going to go back down. So I think this is a good time to look at that. So I would ask that Councilwoman Simpkins and Councilwoman Jacqueline Rivera-Player, if you would both serve on that committee. We had a committee prior to your time here. It didn't dissolve. We just we did what we had to do. So there are some notes from that committee, and I'm sure that Bradley has those. But I'd like you to chair it, Ms. Simpkins, if you would. You help her out, Jacqueline, and also Elaine, if you would be on that. Bradley, Roxanne left, but Roxanne, if you're listening, I want you on the committee, and David Carlin, I'd like you on there because part of the discussion is going to revolve around bulk waste also. That's going to be part of this this committee. So yeah. So there we go. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're
Look
welcome.
forward to it.
Yep. Item number 12, citizen comments. Do we have any citizen comments tonight, sir? No, sir. All righty. Great. Wonderful. All right, item 13, old business. We do not have any, so we'll jump to item 14, new business. Recommend adoption of Resolution 2026-03-01, resolution to declare items as surplus property. You have heard from our finance director and our assistant city administrator, Bradley Smith, about the two vehicles. So I'll entertain a motion for or against.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I would make a motion for the adoption of Resolution 2026-03-01, resolution to declare items as surplus property.
All righty, we have a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem, I second that motion.
All right, thank you. We have first and a second. Is there any discussion? All right, if not, please signify your response. All right. Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 14B, recommend approval for an alcohol beverage license for beer and wine for Blossoms Investments LLC at 5100 Wrightsboro Road. That was presented by our city clerk, Mr. Brian Henderson.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I would make a motion to approve an alcohol beverage license for beer and wine for Blossom Investments LLC located at 5100 Wrightsboro Road.
All right, we have a first.
Mr. Mayor, I second that motion.
All right, first and a second. Is there any discussion? All right, hearing none, please cast your votes. All right, unanimous. All right, thank you. Item 15, Director's Reports. We'll start with our City Administrator, Ms. Matthews. What you have tonight? Lots of good stuff.
A couple of these things have already been mentioned, but I will restate them for the public. Friday, March 13th, 6 to 9 p.m., our spring fling, downtown jam at the municipal court, and there's plenty of parking across the street. There's additional parking across at what was Frank Wilson Rentals and Sales. If additional parking is needed, that now belongs to the city of Grovetown as well. March 25th at 11 o'clock, Women in Business Chamber meeting at the Columbia County Exhibition Center, and I have been nominated as a Businesswoman of the Year. Don't know yet who that will be. I'm just among a nominee, but I wanted to let you know that. It's an honor even to be nominated, so we're looking forward to attending that. April 1st and 2nd are Easter events at Grovetown Elementary and Cedar Ridge Elementary with Recreation leading that program to share eggs and candy and treats.
Ms. Matthews, just, excuse me for interrupting, but what time, the Women in Business, what time is that? The chamber
11,
event?
11 at the Exhibition Center.
11, okay.
Yes, sir, 11 a.m.
What day?
It's March the 25th at 11 o'clock. And it's the Women in Business Chamber meeting. If you'd like to go, you can register by contacting Jordan, and he'll reserve a seat or a table there for us. And also, our offices will close at noon on April the 2nd in celebration of Good Friday, which is April the 3rd. So city offices will close half a day before and the day of Good Friday. Those are all things that are taking place before your next meeting. I try to do this update for you every month, so we have a lot going on. Busy.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Is there anything from the city clerk this evening? No, sir. Okay. Did you get those fritters? I have to roust him a little bit, sir. This past Friday was Employee Appreciation Day. And so we visited your establishment and bought donuts for all the employees. We brought them back. Well, he knows that his partner in crime sitting there in his green jacket loves the fritters. And he only brought one back. And he said that's all they had. But he had crumbs like, all over him, down his suit jacket. So I was just wondering, was it really only one, or did he eat them all? Yeah, caught red-handed, huh? Yeah. We love Brian. He's a great guy. Anything from Human Resources this evening? All righty. Finance, Mr. Bradley Smith. All right. General Services, anything? Utility Services? No, sir. All right. Planning and Zoning? All right. Police Department, you got anything else to add? No, sir. Wayne with Fire Department.
Good afternoon. Since you deferred the report to me, I'll get up here and have a few things to say. For the month of February, we had 104 total fire responses, with 80 of them being medical-related calls and 24 fire-related calls. We also completed our station alerting setup in both the fire stations. So now we are wired via fiber optics to the 911 center, and we receive transmissions over the radio system also. And I invite y'all to come by and we give a demonstration. It sets off different color lights for different types of calls within the station and different types of alert tones that allows us to know what type of calls we're going to even before the announcement comes over the airwaves. So that just speeds up our response. Along with it has what we call a turnout timer at the end of the hallways and out in the bays, so the firemen know from the time they got dispatched to the time they get to the fire truck. So they have a set standard that they must meet. So they're constantly seeing that clock on the wall with the seconds ticking off on it. So it kind of helps speed things up, realizing, movement throughout the station. Sometimes you think you're moving fast and you're not moving as fast as we need to be. So it just kind of keeps them on their game. So they'll be able to see that. So if you come by, we'll actually, we'll set it off and let y'all have a tour of that. So also the Insurance Services Office, our ISO inspection's coming up. We're about 6 years since our last one. They try to do it at 5-year intervals, but they're not on the same time frame as everyone else. They like to pop up every now and again to do a re-inspection. So we are past due for ours. They are doing us, Columbia County Fire, and Harlem Fire. So they're getting all 3 fire departments in the county. So we'll be getting that underway within the next probably 6 months. Once it's completed, it'll be close to the end of the year before they'll release what our ISO class will be. So we're ISO class 2 right now. We're hoping for the 1 that we've tried to accomplish for a while, but it's a lot that's involved in that. And again, if you'll want to stop by, I'll have an ISO conversation with you because it may put you to sleep. But I'll be more than glad to do that. Would like to welcome a couple of our new firefighters. Firefighter Advanced EMT Ryan Howard, he joined the department on February 16th. And firefighter recruit Caleb Dixon, he also joined on that day. He's, for the next 10 weeks, he'll be in the Columbia County Fire Recruit class that they're having out in Appleton. So Monday through Friday, he will be out there every day. We just got word. First test, he was in high spirits about. He was in the high 90s for his first test. So he's going to do real good out there. So another thing about firefighter Dixon is he had already put himself through EMT class, going 2 days a week for the last year. He's completed that now, and he actually tests for his national registry and a state certification tomorrow. So we wish him luck on that. Firefighter Jerry Witten joined the department on February 23rd. So we have a total of 3 new firefighters that come to us in February. On February 25th, Medical Officer McAvoy conducted medical training for the new employees, Witten and Howard. All the shifts conducted automatic mutual aid training with Columbia County Fire Rescue Station 7, which is out here at Sugar Creek, and Station 9, that's located on Louisville Road. So they've conducted several drills with them, 3 hours, and that's part of our ISO that we are required to do that, but they also do it because we respond to assist them and they respond to assist us. So that's part of our ongoing training. Also, all 3 shifts have been going to the Columbia County Training Center to conduct what we call facility hours training, where we have to use the facilities over there as part of our requirements every year. So each day for the last several weeks, one of the stations has traveled over there, and they've conducted things like forcible entry, ladder training, search and rescue training every day for 8 hours. So it's really good training that they're participating in, but we're finishing up with that set of hours this week. Fire Marshal Donahue completed 50 pre-plan updates of local businesses, along with 42 inspections and 30 business contacts. So the Fire Marshal's office, he's also been busy. And finally, I'd like to announce that the Fire Marshal has started our department Facebook page. So please interact with us on our fire department Facebook page. Matter of fact, I posted one of our historical photos up on there. So there'll be more things to come, but by all means, reach out to us on there. So, barring any questions, that's all I have for tonight.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything from our PIO? No, sir. No, sir? Anything from our attorney this evening? You know I won't forget you. I got to get you in the mix. Yes, sir. All right. Well, at this time, that concludes our director's report. Does anybody on council have any final questions or comments or concerns?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I just thought, I thought that the police chief might mention it, but the recent designation of the safety of the city of Grovetown.
Oh, yes, yes. So congratulations. If in case you're wondering, what he was mentioning was Grovetown is rated number 3 safest city in Georgia. So congratulations, Chief, to you and the team down there for everything they do to keep each and one of us safe. So that's very. We've been on that list for the last 5 or 6 years, and we were I think number 9 or 8 last year. Now we've moved up to number 3. So it's a very, very great accomplishment. So
Greatly appreciated, Chief. Very much so.
thank you for that reminder. Appreciate that. Anybody else? Anybody else? All righty. Well, with that said, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Mayor Tim, I, Veronica Simpkins, do make a motion that we adjourn our meeting tonight.
Any second?
Mr. Mayor, I second that motion.
All righty. All right. Well, with that said, meeting adjourned.